welcome back to another segment of Miss the Mark. I'm here to give you my parlay busters, the underdogs that you don't see coming that are going to ruin your bets. Let's get into the first and foremost. Jesse Rosas is taking on Miles Johns. And when I broke down this fight, and I watched all the fights way before these odds, I was surprised to see that he's an underdog. Plus 138. I picked him thinking he was going to be a slight favorite. But I guess because he's a debutant, taking on somebody with UFC experience, he's the much younger fighter, about 9 years, I believe. Miles Johns, 32. Yep. This kid's 23 years old. But he has a lot of experience. He started in 2019, albeit, 7 years of experience. But in his amateur, he went to a decision with one guy, lost to Leandro Gomes here. Pretty good fighter, 7-2. But he was submitting everybody. Armbar, 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 armbar. This kid is a grappling ace. He has good striking. He has good striking defense. If you ever see him, he's in and out the pocket, good head movement. I like him. He is Chiwiwi's brother, the better looking brother, in my opinion, I suppose. But I think he wins. Miles Johns, he's not the best fighter. 4 out of his 15 wins by knockout. He's a heavy-handed striker with wrestling, but he's been submitted before. He's been knocked out before. We've seen him gas after a round and a half. I think Jesse Rosas clears here, probably by decision, but I would lean a nice submission. Maybe he gets that armbar that we're talking about. Next on our Miss the Mark, we have Amanda Lemos taking on Alexia Tainara. Tainara is 14-1 in her professional career. She's the younger fighter. She was only submitted one time, a long time ago, against Bruna Brazil back in 2019, but she redeemed herself recently against Bruna. She went to a hard-fought decision with her. And she is a grappler in her own right. 8 submissions out of 14 wins. No knockouts, because she doesn't have the best striking. Now, Amanda Lemos has striking. She has powerful hands. She's 15-6 in her professional career with 8 knockouts, 3 submissions. She's been knocked down and submitted before in her own right. She's coming off of that loss to Jillian Robertson. And Jillian Robertson is a grappler. Every grappler she's fought, other than Verna, I believe. Jessica Andrade submitted her. That's wild. I didn't think Andrade had submissions in her arsenal. I thought she was more of a heavy-handed striker. 8 submissions. Wow. Put my foot in my mouth there. I haven't looked up Andrade in a long time. But she did drop Mackenzie Dern in that fight. Got a win off of the champion. Then she lost to Verna Jandaroba. Won against Luciano. Then she lost 2 to Tatiana and Jillian. She's 39 years old. She's going to be the much older fighter, but she's still got powerful striking. She's going to be the better striker here. She can be taken down. If she does not keep the distance or stuff the takedowns from Tainara, she might be in some trouble here. But I'm trusting her hands. I'm trusting her experience. You don't get 15 wins from nothing, especially dropping Dern. I watched that fight and I was like, whoa, she got some power. I'm leaning towards Lemos here, plus 200. Not a bad tag. Next up on our episode of Miss the Mark, we have Darren Elkins taking on Yadier Del Val. Now, I was hyped on Del Val when I first heard about him. Everyone was hyping him up. Everyone was saying how he was so good. And he's a decent fighter. He's a good grappler. He has some power. But I need to remind you all about the alleged, because I don't know all the details, fixing of a fight with Isaac Bulgarian. Now, he's still fighting. Isaac's not. Did he fix it? I don't know. But then he lost to Jordan Levitt by being wrestled. And he was fraud checked by a wrestler. I don't know. If you're willing to put money down, minus 500. If you're willing to put minus 500 down, not take a splash on this dog, who is a wrestler. Darren Elkins is a wrestler. A heavy wrestler. The man has fought the who's who, 29-12, 6 submissions, 9 KOs, 14 decisions. Albeit he got knocked out recently. He might get knocked out here. He might get submitted here. But we saw the flaw in Del Val's game. Take him down. Man is a fish out of water. Anytime I've seen someone get taken down, they don't use their legs, I get a little suspicious. I'm looking at them like, why are you not moving your legs? Implement your legs. Push and scoot back to the fence. Use the fence to get you up. They don't do that. And when I see that, I don't see good grappling defense or wrestling defense. He was taken down and smothered by Jordan Levitt. Jordan Levitt. I'm not the highest on Jordan Levitt. I don't think he's that good of a fighter. And to fraud check Del Val with that, I don't know. Darren Elkins in his retirement fight, 42 years old, yes. Not the most durable anymore, understood. But plus 480 is too juicy. Especially that we can't trust Del Val. We could trust the wrestling onslaught from Elkins. I'm trusting it here. Plus 480. Let's lock it in. Now for our last of the Miss the Mark, we're going to the main event. Mateusz Gamrot. Now, we've seen Quillen Salkild use his grappling. We've seen him with his striking. Dangerous striker from a distance. And Gamrot has been dropped 5 times. He does get hit. He does get dropped. But has he been knocked out? No. Has he been submitted? 1 time to Charles Oliveira. Gamrot is a good wrestler. Quillen Salkild, this is probably one of his biggest fights to date. Who has he fought? Yanal Ashmuz, Nasrat Hasparat, Jamie Malarkey, Beneil Dariush. Let me just remind you, Beneil Dariush is the shadow of who he used to be, of his former self. Jamie Malarkey is not that good. And he took Quillen down. Come on. Malarkey took him down. Albeit, he got submitted. Fine. But we're looking at the styles. Quillen Salkild can knock Gamrot out here. I understand that. But, again, let me remind you who Gamrot has fought. Esteban Ribovic, Charles Oliveira, Ludovic Klein, Dan Hooker, Rafael Fiziev, Jalen Turner, Arman Sarukian, Diego Ferreira, Jeremy Stevens. This man has fought everybody that you know. How are we not taking a splash at a plus 120 underdog? Gamrot by decision. If he doesn't get knocked out, he's grinding this. Quillen Salkild, yes, he's a top prospect right now. He's on the rise. Man is 12-1. Let's see where his loss came in. He has been submitted before. Oof. Against Pablo Torrealba. Torrealba? The man got a submission off of Quillen Salkild and then quit. 1 fight in his professional career. 1-0. Go out on top, right? Give me Gamrot plus 120. Either by submission. Not most likely. But he has it. 8 KOs, 6 submissions, 12 decisions. Gamrot has been a little bit of a decision guy. Yeah. He hasn't had an official win by finish in the last 5 years. The Fiziev doesn't count. That was a knee injury. We're not going to count that. That's the hit list, guys. I'm sorry. Just did the hit list. That's the Miss the Mark episode, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's hit the target. I'll see you guys on the scorecard.